Massive shock at Monte Carlo. Jannik Sinner has lost a tennis match, this time against Stefanos Tsitsipas on the clay courts of Monte Carlo. It's only his second loss this season, and it is a really big result for Tsitsipas into the Masters final at Monte Carlo. He loves the clay here, and this is my reaction and breaking down the match. Right, here we go. Tsitsipas defeats Sinner 6-4, 3-6, 6-4. Steph gets his first win over number 2 since beating Medvedev in 22. Jannik dealt with a physical issue in the third set, but take nothing away from Steph. It's his 7th Masters final, 3rd Monte Carlo final, and 2nd top 5 win this week. The best he's played in years. And I think we need to give this guy massive credit. There's been so much criticism coming in, especially on the podcast as well. Me and Ben have not been big fans of Stefanos Tsitsipas in the last few years. He's not seen that focus on tennis, but now's the time to give him all of the praise. He was exceptional, not just today, but all of the other days as well. I make him favourite now for the final. And when he plays like this, it's such a joy to watch. It's such a difficult thing to beat Jannik Sinner on a tennis court. I feel the only chance would have been maybe at a Monte Carlo for Tsitsipas, somewhere he's won twice, probably his best ever event. And yeah, I'm going to go through how it happened in a little bit more detail. But before I do, let's go through this one, and that is that Tsitsipas rallied from a breakdown in the 3rd set with help from a bad call that would have made it 2 breaks. And I think this is, of course, a really important place to start because it's going to dominate some of the headlines. You can see the call here, and this sums it up, and that was that. It's important to note that he double faulted on break point, that the umpire called it in. It was a crucial moment in the match. Steph would have been down a double break, and instead they didn't call it as a double fault, and Sinner didn't get the break. So that sometimes is the difference in tennis. I feel if the decision was done correctly, if they had technology used, then probably Tsitsipas wouldn't have won the match. And it's going to create a whole new topic and big discussion. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. It is a really poor call, and it is disappointing. I would not be surprised if Sinner mentions it. Of course, he's going to be asked in his post-match interviews. I've not seen much yet already, but this is pretty fresh. And yeah, it's sad because it's such a big moment, and it's sort of ended the big run from Jannik Sinner, which seems like it's been going on for a while. And he was looking great on the clay, but Tsitsipas, let's speak about him. His thoughts was, well, it was tennis at its highest level that I've been able to play. Jannik was an extremely difficult opponent. That can be seen throughout the year so far. He's been very consistent. He's one of the toughest opponents I've faced so far. To overcome that obstacle and to find ways when there weren't that many, I'm very proud of that. He gave me a very difficult challenge. The way I overcame it and managed those situations was true excellence. So well played to him. But most of the tweets I've got is about that big call. I don't want to keep speaking about it, so let's go on to this one, and that is Tsitsipas came into the week 25th in the race, having lost 6 of his last 7 against top 20 players, with no top 5 wins since 22, 2 top 5 wins this week, through to a big final, another chapter in the love affair between Steph and Monte Carlo. What a turnaround, and perfect timing as well, just ahead of Roland Garros. Somewhere he's got to the final before. I would love to see this now fill him with confidence. I want him to be a competitor. How great if we have Tsitsipas, who's looking good. We have Alcaraz, hopefully not injured. Djokovic, who's upped his game as well. Of course, Sinner's going to be there, and it makes it a lot more interesting and competitive now knowing that Tsitsipas has the ability to beat Jannik Sinner on a clay court. But there we go, that's enough from me. Let me know your thoughts. Jannik Sinner losing a tennis match. It's not been many times we've done this. Certainly not since he had that puke in China. He's been unstoppable, but he has lost a match. Credit to Stefanos Tsitsipas. He got a little hand from the umpire, but he still played exceptionally well. And this is probably the best level of Tsitsipas we've seen all year. And it's coming at the right time with Roland Garros round the corner. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon.